One of the best offensive teams in the country, and they are guarding much better during their 4-game winning streak in Michigan. So good at both ends of the floor. Summer months, they worked out together frequently. They are good friends, but Hunter Dickinson said yesterday in a Zoom call with the media, he's gone to the bench, and the fifth-year senior Austin Davis is now in to try and control Garza. Juwan Howard must not want Dickinson to pick up a second early foul.
Think about that against Michigan. Then he came back with 33 when they beat him up in Iowa City.
C.J. Frederick gets it to go down. And
tell you one thing Michigan's doing, they're coming out on the three-point shooter, going to make him try to beat him off the bounce. Wow,
speaking of three-point shooters, huh?
Really hurt him.
Wagner, baseline jumper, too strong. Davis is there to put it back in.
They can all make the three.
Yeah, and even Connor McCaffrey, number 30, one of the coach's sons. He's not known as a shooter, but he had 4 threes in a game last week as time coach at St. Joe's. He's the associate head coach with Michigan, an invaluable asset to Juwan Howard. Tough driving layup there by Joe Wieskamp, and he said he makes the players feel respected. The players feel respected, they give respect back, and you hear the word culture a lot of production off their benches.
Yeah, they really go deep. Iowa can't play as many as 11 guys.
Isaiah Livers for 3. He needed help getting off the court, and again, hopefully it has nothing to do with the ACL injury of a year ago. It is the same leg. That
take away the 3, and then what they're doing is taking them to the goal one-on-one. There's another move right here.
Murray has a bright future, doesn't he? There, well, the loose ball knocked around, and somehow the Wolverines come up with it. Livers got it.
You better get a guy on me. You better get a guy on me. Isaiah Livers.
Isaiah Livers shooting 43% from beyond the arc on the season. Quietly, Maryland has won 4 in a row, and they're putting together a very good resume. Indiana had what could be so that would be an enormous loss for the Illini if that injury were to linger into the postseason. Dickinson off the glass, averaging about 15 points, 8 rebounds per game, and a very efficient offensive player, 64% from the field. In transition, Smith finds Wagner. Down 32 threes this year.
Yeah, 40%. There it is right there, Dan.
There
yes, sir, he heard you, Dan. Schulman. People, if he's doubled up.
Bohannon got the switch. Over Dickinson. Yes, his second 3 of the game. Normally, Garza just is so strong, he can back you almost under the basket and score. He can't do that to Dickinson. He's not pushing him around at all, as Wagner shows some of that skill with a reverse to tie the game.
Layup, attacks. I'm really impressed the way that Iowa has attacked. They shot 1 for 7 to start from the 3. They made their last 2 threes.
A lot of work to do, but there are so many of the big-name programs in college basketball, Dick, who are maybe on the right side of the bubble, maybe on the wrong side of the bubble. Keegan Murray now defending Dickinson, who gets it up there softly, and Michigan leads by 3.
As this is one special basketball team.
Smith on the broken play gets into the lane and knocks it home. And of course, Fran coached Marble's son, Devin Marble. So Fran said the one thing he would have wished more than anything.
His mom and dad, Schroeder's just beautiful people. As is Margaret. Look at this guy.
And that bucket's going to count. Austin Davis tips it back in. It looks like it should count.
During one of our breaks from Kevin Connors and all, Sean, he said, you know, first time he's going to shoot over top of someone.
Yeah. Wagner with a drive that he suffered a year ago.
I know he's such an important kid to this team.
A long 3 for Joe Wieskamp gets the Hawkeyes back within 2. Wild stuff at both ends. The big guys are having trouble finishing.
Well, Garza won that battle there defensively. He can shoot it.
18-footer for Luka Garza. 44 in a loss in Ann Arbor, had 33 in a win in Iowa City. And again, it's Wagner doing Wagner things.
Drive to the goal. His brother Mo says, "That's my brother. That's my brother."
Garza no, and yes, the basket will count, and it's the 3rd foul on Dickinson.
He's got 36 fouls. When you look at Mr. Garza, Mr. Dickinson.
Off the glass and good for Smith to put Michigan back on top.
See, they're really not allowing open threes. They're really challenging the Iowa shooters out of respect.
And Wagner taken over here in the second half for the Wolverines.
He's feeling it.
And he buries the three, and we have another injured Iowa player. And it is Connor McCaffrey who is down and in pain for the Hawkeyes. 6, the last high major player with better than 300 threes and 600 assists in a career.
He was special, man. Let him put that national title.
Livers with a quiet 6 tonight finds Brooks, and the senior knocks down the 3, and Michigan extends the lead to 9. That's the largest of the night. Does what he can defensively, stands him up, walls him up, and Garzadik is now 5 for 17 in the game.
The spark by Wagner has given them that real edge, and right now it's getting to a tough time. They needed that 3. Oh, that 3 was big.
He has scored in double figures 6 times for the Hawkeyes this year. Had a great game in a win over Rutgers with 14 points and 9 rebounds. But the Wolverines come right back down and answer with Livers. In competition from the Ivy League to the Big Ten, but as we said in the first half, they have not skipped a beat.
Not at all.
Murray again. Look at this. G, who will not return after suffering a right leg injury. Connor McCaffrey has not come back since suffering what looked like a rolled left ankle. I told you, a couple of teams who need to win a couple between now and Selection Sunday to stay in the field, it looks like. Great screen there. I think that was Johns freeing up a lane for Brooks.
I'd like to see John Beilein get back coaching in college. I really would.
Yeah. Wagner comes up with a steal.
Nice play.
And really, when they came off the pause, they didn't look like themselves in the first half against Wisconsin.
As far as the performance tonight, they needed everything to work well for them to win this game. It's not over yet. By Bohannon, the 3 ball didn't fall. I said today, for them to win, the 3 ball has to fall. And today it didn't.
I know you've watched a bunch. I've watched a bunch. You always walk out of it saying they play hard and they share the basketball. They do those 2 things.
Howard Isley, former NBA player. Boston College may look at him. That's his alma mater. He'd be a good choice.
In the game since rolling his left ankle. Here's a nice steal. Wieskamp being chased by a couple of Wolverines, but still lays it in.
Either into the post to Garza. He's missed.
And Iowa stepping up the pressure, trying to change the tempo, maybe get a couple of steals. And
you know, really, when you look, forget about the stats. To me, Dickerson got the edge because he made it so difficult. $1,000, and we matched it, and we're putting that money toward the V Foundation to battle that disease.
Maybe we'll find out tomorrow, and hopefully that is just precautionary, but Iowa has to regroup in a hurry. Is there, Brad?
I'm not missing the last one. We'll talk baseball. You're going to have a bet. You got your Toronto Blue Jays finishing ahead of my Rays. Forget about it. My Rays will be ahead of your Blue Jays.
You heard it. Rays and Jays wager right here on the air. What a nice win for Michigan. A frustrating night for Iowa.